Hello everybody. This is an old video from January 1st and 2nd of 2010. I take the ferry boats on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. I'm starting here at Cedar Island, and I will be heading towards Ocracoke Island. Um, Boats departing the port here, obviously. I'm using a handheld camera here, and with the wind and zoomed in, it's a little bit of shaky cam at times. Not much I could do about that without a tripod, and zoomed in just makes it worse. Seagulls catching a free ride in the wake of the boat. That's a pretty substantial colony of birds there. How the hell do they recognize who their mate is in a crowd like that? All right, coming into Ocracoke at this point, and that sort of larger building just in front of the green sign, behind it I should say, that's the hotel I'll be staying at this night, and it's from there that I have some sunset images which are pretty interesting. You'll see that in a minute. I've done very little editing with this video. Just a little sharpening is about it. Some of the pictures, for example, this one, uh, very kind of overly saturated look, but that's just the sort of an artifact of zooming in to a bright object like the sky, um, and the camera kind of compensating by reducing the exposure level. That tends to boost the relative color levels. Still, the sky had a very interesting look, and when I zoom back out again, you can see, even zoomed out, and the foreground's looking fairly natural. The sky is still pretty red. So, what was interesting is, the sky was pretty much overcast the whole day, and it's still overcast, but with the setting sun, it just pretty amazing. So this is a perspective from the hotel that I was staying at. And that's looking at basically the harbor where the ferry boats dock. Again, as you zoom in to the sky, it just kind of boosts that saturation level. And I could have probably tried to adjust it, but I thought it kind of looked pretty neat. So I left it the way it was. Looks pretty neat. Ferry boats pulling out. By ferry boat standards, it's a fairly small boat, but it's, by passenger ship standards, civilian boating, it's a pretty large craft. They have to do a kind of a weird U-shaped course following the path into here and out of it. And you'll see it's moving basically right to left here, and a little bit later you'll see it moving left to right. And the sky here, zoomed in, you get this really cool striation look in it. Above it, it's solid cloud deck, but in that sort of small little slice, you have this really amazing striations in the clouds. Okay, now it's gone a little further, and now it's making the move basically left to right, basically following the channel, which is kind of a U-shaped channel. All right, this is the next day. I'm hopping another ferry that takes you from basically Ocracoke Island to Hatteras.
Wow.
And the path that the boat here takes is a very kind of odd, elongated U-shaped path that obviously is mandated by following a channel, and it's a route that's about twice as long as the direct route would be. All right, approaching Hatteras Island at this point, and there's some big, I don't know if those are houses or hotels, but you can bet that's a few dollars worth in those structures. And there's the docks. We're closing in on the docks here now. Wouldn't want to be out here during a hurricane. almost there. And that's the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, which is not in its original position. They had to move that quite a distance, like a quarter mile from its original position. I guess the ocean was eating away at the land. And some kind of interesting trees and shrubs in the ocean side of the lighthouse. All right, we're getting close to the end here, and I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.